Navy gun camera films of carrier aircraft striking Jap installations in the Ryukyus. Shipping and harbor facilities are hit in daily neutralization sorties north and south of Okinawa. Shooting down Japanese aircraft headed for attacks on American fleet units. From the beginning of the Okinawa operations to 2nd June, more than 1,400 enemy planes have been destroyed. These are additional scenes during the height of the kamikaze raids around Okinawa. Carriers and other surface vessels barely escaped Jap planes plunging through heavy ack-ack. Among the fleet elements taking part in these actions is the Bunker Hill, flagship of Vice Admiral Mitcher's Fast Carrier Task Force. Following the suicide attacks, Navy aircraft returned to their carriers from the rocket and strafing runs. One plane drops its belly tank. The pilot is rescued and hoses go to work on the burning craft. Spraying fomite on the exploded gas tank. The smoking ship in the distance is the Bunker Hill. She's been hit twice by suicide planes on the morning of 11th May. Fires and exploding ammunition sweep her decks. Men who were blown over the side of the carrier or escaped from burning planes by jumping overboard are picked up by whale boats. Then they're taken aboard a DD, which has quickly come to the rescue. Other destroyers and the cruiser Wilkes-Barre are alongside the Bunker Hill, playing their hoses on the flaming CV. The 27,000-ton Essex-class carrier was first hit by a Zeke, which dropped a 500-pound delayed action bomb and then crashed among 34 planes ready for takeoff on the flight deck. Seconds later, a Judy let go another 500-pounder, which penetrated the after-flight deck and exploded in the gallery deck immediately below. The Judy crashed at the base of the ship's island superstructure. Casualties number 373 killed, 264 wounded, 19 missing. The fire is brought under control in 4 hours, and the Bunker Hill is able to sail home under her own power. Navy films of fleet operations during the Okinawa campaign. Elements of the Fast Carrier Task Force send aircraft aloft for strikes in support of American invasion forces. Shooting down Japanese planes, including suiciders of the Kamikaze Corps. Strafing Japanese shipping and other targets. In a broadcasted statement 10th July, Secretary of the Navy Forrestal said, "For more than 18 months, the Navy's Fast Carrier Task Force has kept the Japanese Air Forces off balance. The Navy has sunk more than 250 major Japanese warships and hundreds of merchant vessels and destroyed thousands of planes." While the sorties continue, some enemy aircraft penetrate our defensive ring. Guns aboard the warships bring down many of the raiders. Just released by the Navy, these scenes show the aircraft carrier Saratoga hit 21st February, 2 days after the Iwo Jima invasion. In succeeding months, kamikaze raiders struck repeatedly with record intensity and fury. Passing a battleship, a suicide plane is hit many times before it dives into the after section of an Essex-class carrier. Commenting on damage caused by the Japanese suicide air war, Admiral Nimitz said, "The enemy has expended a large number of planes and personnel on missions of this nature, with negligible effect on the continuing success of our operations. Some major units of the fleet have been damaged, but no battleship, fast carrier, or cruiser has been sunk. Effective methods of meeting and destroying suicidal attacks have been developed and will continue to be employed to increase the toll of Japanese aircraft shot down by our aircraft and our anti-aircraft guns." Meanwhile, following the Jap attacks, carrier aircraft returned to undamaged or quickly repaired ships. One of the planes overshoots the flight deck. Another cuts over the side of the carrier and continues its flight. The majority of landings are without mishap as carrier warfare continues closer to the Japanese homeland.